Okay, another week here at Movement Video Productions in Tokyo, and it's been one where we've been sorting out ARRI HMI, L7Cs, S60C lights, 75-inch 8K TV, Blackmagic Studio cameras, and other bits and pieces that go together to make a studio shoot or two. One day multi-studio shoot is come out next week, and then perhaps another the week after. Means that we've been spending quite a lot of time talking to studios and set designers to match budgets and requests. Studio shoots have a lot of moving parts, the studio obviously, and you've got lighting, which can often add up to almost the same price as the studio, the set, which can also easily add up to the price of the studio, and then the time on set for the crew, of course, and then the prep before the day, and the editing and the delivery afterwards. But with so many parts that have prices that rely on the studio and other vendors, it's hard putting a studio shoot together without knowing the whole budget. Whether the studio is within budget or not really depends on the prices of all the other parts. So without knowing the client's budget, it's hard to put things together. So this is my top tip for clients. It doesn't really matter that much how much your budget is. Well, to an extent. But if you can let us know what it is at the start, then we can then spend the time on putting a package together that makes the most of it all, instead of going back and forth, giving you options that are out of range, or not making the most of the money you have. So yeah, if we can get the budget up front, makes things easier for all of us, I think. Otherwise, it's just a guessing game. Next week, we have a multi-day studio shoot with built set, and then what looks to be another one the week after that. So, also with the built set. So instead of talking about studios the whole time, let's jump a bit further ahead and talk about an interesting idea we got from a regular client in Hiroshima, actually. The idea was to somehow do a 3D tour of the Hiroshima Peace Park. They sent along an example of what they would like, and it's using the well-known virtual tour platform Matterport, loved by real estate agents worldwide, although not by real estate agents here in Japan for some reason. I haven't figured out yet. We've dabbled in Matterport and a similar platform, Cupix, before, photographing with the Insta1 360X camera. Was it the Insta 360-1X? Also with the time-consuming method of just taking a whole lot of pictures and aligning them together, kind of automatic in software. But you know, these virtual tours with Matterport or Cupix work best indoors, where there are lots of surfaces that can be used to create a 3D network of polygons to ensure that everything is linked together. Outside in wide open spaces, things start to get a bit funky. We've been doing a bit of testing, but the solution seems to be to just ensure that the 360 photos are not converted into 3D polygon data, and then we just manually connect them up in post. I fear that this all could mean a bit too many hours fiddling around, so I'm still testing other options. Alright, and then looking much further along the long term about the Hiroshima short film I keep going on about, had an insight just yesterday that what I'm really trying to do here is the idea that there are many layers to one physical space. Each person has a different experience, or a different layer of the same physical place. I mean, it's obviously not a enormously original insight, but particularly so in Hiroshima, where locals go about their everyday lives in a space that is seen as a symbol of world peace, or at least an appeal for the abolition of nuclear weapons. Okay, that's it for the week. Time to get back at it. All right.